Hello, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs, back with more Kerbal Space Program. Really basic thing that I'm going to do today. I've been thinking about it. I think we are kind of planning out our trip to Duna. We got some things that we want to do, things that we need to do. Some things I would like to get first. As we're kind of planning out our trip a bit. So one of the things I am concerned about, and maybe I don't need to be, but it's where my head is at right now, is actually transmitting information back. So that relay antenna is interesting. That's not that interesting. What I'd like to find is the technologies we use with the satellite dishes, basically. So where are those? So the original one is here. Where was the next one? Like the next level communicatron. Okay, so here, and then electrics or space research. Where did we get the even fancier one? I'm not sure. But this is probably, yeah, we need to get a better communicatron, because if we're going to be running, I think if we're going to be running a mission to Duna, we'll probably use a probe first, and we want to be able to communicate with that probe. So we're going to need to get miniaturization. We're going to need to get precision engineering. I would like to also get nuclear propulsion, and probably would like to get electronics so we can get the seismic accelerometer, just more science data. So we need more science. We have lots of things we can do to get more science. So that's part one, is just today of trying to kind of gather some more science. And some of it I might do off on my own as well. But I want to just do a very basic mission to send a Kerbal into intersolar orbit, just an orbit around the sun outside the influence of Kerbin, and then get him back home. Which should be easy, I think. I think it should be easy. Said that before and been wrong, so we'll see, but I feel like it should be. We're just going to do a one-man system here. We're going to send some basic tech along with it. We will put on a battery. Probably should just create a what do you call them? I don't even remember what you call them. The thing where you can just do a, what are they? Doesn't matter. I know you know what I'm talking about, where you can create a thing that is just, you just go click a button and it pulls the whole thing in. Action group? No. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm overthinking it. It does not matter. That thing. The thing that you know what I'm talking about, probably. And maybe you don't. It's fine if you don't. So moving on. We're going to want our science on here. We're going to want... probably just do our basic payload set up like we have. We'll toss a mystery goo in there. Sure, we can double it up. It does not matter. We're going to want our Kerbal engineer right over here. We're going to want a barometer and a thermometer. And we'll close that back up. Probably want to put some solar panels on here. So we'll do that. And we don't need much in the way of energy, so we got lots of battery. We're going to want a heat shield on that, and that should be good to get us home, right? Yeah, drogue chute, parachute, power, charge power, science. Good. So this shouldn't be much to get into space. I think we're going to have a stage that is pretty basic looking up top. We're going to want actually a decoupler there. Yeah. Decoupler, fuel tank, and a basic engine. Super good. Immediately got 2000 delta V, which is more than enough. Now it's time to do some over-engineering, because, hi, welcome to my stream. Or my show. This is Sean. That's what I do. It's how I roll. So we want a kind of a basic adapter like that. Does that have fuel in it? Yeah, of course it does. And then a bigger fuel. Nope, that's not the right one. Is it this size? No, but that's actually the size I want. So maybe more like that, and then to this thing, but a different color. Yeah. We'll do a couple of those, and a nice mainsail on the bottom. Is that too much? 45, 46. Yeah. Really probably is too much, but it's fine. I'm not going to do asparagus staging here, which, yes, somebody reminded me of that. Yes, I do know what that is. And it's actually how I, in the last episode where I had to relaunch my Lunar Lander mission, I did use that to kind of make that journey a little easier getting up into that orbit. Rather than the original one that I showed. Let's put these a little closer to the bottom. Super over-engineered. Pull them in. Nope. Try again. There to there, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Put a... I keep doing this. I just like this one. I just like the extra thrust. I know it's... I know it's probably... Yeah. Nope, that's too small. Wait, I have this reversed. Here's how I want to do this. Do I? I want to go back. I don't like that. I didn't like it. It was ugly. So I think I do want to do... Nope. Yep, good job. Get off of there. I want you gone. I do want the big one. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yes. And then I want the mainsail on this. Probably want another one of these, just to be sure. Mainsail on that. That takes us to 6,400 delta V. Really, that's probably all we need. So in that case, we probably want a command and control system. Not small. Is this too big here? Yeah, probably. So we'll actually toss it here. Again, got the money, and we'll toss some RCS in there. Yep, that's right. And we'll throw some RCS thrusters in there, check where our center of mass is. So we'll put some there and down toward the bottom, and we'll put some winglets on here. Is this oversimplified? I don't know. 5,900 feels right. We'll over-engineer. Anything that's engineered is only improved by adding more engineering to it. So that's just, I mean, that's just science. So we'll toss some of these on here. Good. And this will be these, right? No. These? No. This? No. It's the best one in the atmosphere. At sea level's 265, 70, 285, the mainsail. So the skiffs? Yeah, the skiffs are good. And they have good vectoring, right? Let's do a different version of that. No, I like that. We still don't have the big aerodynamics that go here. Or yeah, these go here. Just fine. And then we will toss on the fuel lines. We will toss on some struts. And that's 7,500 delta V. Should be way more than enough to meet this. enter solar 1. Staging. Let's go for everything at once. Break those two. Kick that off. Knock that there. We want the drogue chutes to deploy first. So which ones are those? That's these. There we go. And then bring everything down. Get some stability assist just to make sure we don't have any problems. Stage those correctly. Very basic rocket. Got RCS, got command and control. Got a pilot. Who's piloting this? I'd rather have Valentina, I think, do this one. I don't know if that'll give her additional experience, but in case it does, that's what I want. Do we care about broadcasting anything back? Maybe. Let's just have a communicatron just to be sure. We probably actually do have the fancier. Oh yeah, because we just picked those up. So we'll put this here. And then if we want to communicate some science back, we can do that as well. Probably we'll do, we'll see. So save that and we'll go into intersolar space, come back, call it a mission, call it a day. It's all going to be super successful. First try, no problems. Big bucks, no whammies, no RCS. Throttle up. And 3, 2, 1. Go. We are off. At a breakneck pace. Ripping into the atmosphere. Charging forward. Go. It's a horrible sound. Don't ever let me do that again. But we are going. So, good for us. Something this heavy, I'm going to be a little slow in turning it. I don't want to suddenly be fighting the atmosphere, which I've certainly had to do before. The atmosphere is not my friend. Valentina's having a great time. Good for you, Valentina. Let's check you out. I can't check you out. Sorry, Valentina. I'll check you out later. I'm sure you're doing great. Really piloting that thing like a pro. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a turn in there. A little bit. Watch it wobble a bit. Graceful like a cat. Quick like a bunny. Wobbly like a, I don't know, gummy bear? Sure, gummy bear. Chewing through that Delta V. Almost up to 10,000 and barely swung over at all. I don't want to do anything crazy. If it takes a little extra time, then it takes a little extra time. We will get into our orbit. Jettison those. Don't hit the side of the rocket. Alright, now we've got some better control here. We can torque this over, and I want to torque it over pretty good. Really start picking up that speed. Apple-Apps is closing in on 40K, and we're only just hitting 45 degrees, so not super efficient. But again, I don't know that we need a ton of Delta V. I really don't know. See, I could be dramatically overestimating how easy this is going to be. But I think we're going to be able to do it. There we go. We got this now. We can really try and just shoot for the horizon. Apple-Apps closing in on 65,000 meters. Minute and a half to our Apple-Apps. Just rocketing, literally rocketing to space. I mean, it's kind of the name of the game. Well, no, again, the name of the game is Kerbal Space Program. Like, I mean, I bought it. I know that. We'll cut it at about 80K. And cut. Zip on up. And what do we probably need? Another 300-400? I never can remember. I should look at that, like what my orbital speed needs to be to achieve orbit. Let's go ahead and zip it up. Nope. Get it closer still. Maybe around now. Nope. That Apoap's is racing ahead of us. And we have achieved a nice circular orbit at 2,200 meters per second. Roughly gets us there. Good. That's good to know. So I mean, I think we just burn straight out. We want to use probably right. We want to use, even though we're going around, we want to use the. Which way do we orbit? This way, right? Yeah, it's got to be that way. We want to use the rotation of the planet with us. So I think we want to shoot off like this, right? That may not be true. I may be making this up, and we're just going to kind of fling ourselves off this way until we have left. There we go. So 935 is what we need. Then we'll need to get back. That's going to be the interesting part, because I actually don't technically know how to do that. We did that. That's good. All right. That feels right to me. I know we can turn RCS on now. We have 931. How much is left in this stage? Like, seriously? There's like 1,700 left in this stage? Really? There's a lot of Delta V still happening for us. And then a full another 1,800 in the next stage. Great. And we'll zip around the planet to our node, which is not absolutely critical. 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow down. And go ahead and burn. She sure does jerk quite a bit with that RCS on. Whoop, 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 bop. And we are going to leave the system. All right. We did it. Now we just have to figure out how to get home. Let's do a quick save. Yep, quick save, good. Let's extend our solar panels so we don't do something stupid, run out of power, which I have never done before. Be the very first time that's ever happened. And now we go to our curb and escape in 13 days. We're not connected. So this is the thing I want to test, which is if we extend our, what do you call them? Communicatron, will we reestablish contact back home? Hopefully we will. Okay, so we are in orbit around the sun at 14,000 million miles. So let's extend the Communicatron, see if we reestablish communications back home. It's a 2G system. Yep, nice, good. We have excellent communications. Let's go. How's our power? Everything's good. plenty of liquid fuel. Let us do a crew report, and we can send that back for 10 science. We will do an EVA. You can do an EVA report. Grab that. Beautiful. We will go ahead and turn that back on. Review stored data. Send that home. Good, good, good. Let's open the service bay. Pick up mystery goo. We'll store that. Pick up thermometer. Store that. Is the barometer on the other side? Where's the barometer? Because I have this giant ship still, it's hard for me to... There it is. Also, it's very dark. Log the pressure data. There is none. I love that we can keep discovering that. How about pressure in this part of space? Nope. That's still not a thing. So we'll get about 100 science here. Okay, now make a new maneuver node to go home. How do I target Kerbin? Focus Kerbin, good. But I want to target Kerbin. Okay, so let's see. Add a maneuver. If we slow down, what happens? Does Kerbin catch back up with us? Yeah, sort of. Yeah, we just gotta slow down. That's all we gotta do. Sort of. Right? Can we make it so it's not quite so gross? An orbit? Nope, that doesn't seem to be doing it. Like, I mean, I can enter that orbit and then kind of push it out a bit on the other side, right? No. It's a really gross orbit. But, I mean, let's start with that, and then we'll figure out, because we're going pretty fast here. There's a handful of Delta V. Like I said, I way over-engineered this. I know it. I know it. You know it. Everybody knew it while I was doing it. Can't look surprised now. We all knew what this was when we started. And over-engineered. Nice, calm mission. And maybe, you know, part of it is, yeah, I could be really pushing to get the Duna thing. Those last few missions took it out of me. I mean, it didn't. It was amazing, but it was also, I'm happy to have a mission that just feels like I got the basic idea just right around it. Now, what if I added speed up time? So basically, I'm just letting Kerbin catch up with me, right? Boy, doing it slowly, too. So we're in orbit. If we did a prograde burn, what would happen? I swear I wasn't planning on cheating the system a bit. So our periaps is 329. That will give us... And we'll go ahead and turn retrograde because that's more than I wanted. So it's going to take us how long to fall? Another, I mean, not 50 days, but another number of days. Yeah, here it is, 19 days to get back to Kerbin. Makes sense. I've essentially just matched Kerbin's orbit by going this way. Oh, no, I did it. Oh, come on. Pay attention. Get your brain on. The slightest touch out here just has huge, you know, just huge implications. That'll do. Okay. And then we'll do a quick save. We'll warp near Kerbin, which is over there. A mere 16 days away. Around and around go Minmus and the moon. It's pretty. We've still got this freaking stage. We've still got 714 Delta V in this stage. That can't be right. That can't be 714 Delta V. Well, maybe. I don't know. Who am I to say? I am but one man. Finally beginning to make a much more rapid descent. Swinging around. Kind of an eccentric orbit. $500, $300, $200, $100, and all but home now. Do a quick save. Let it get down to that, I don't know, 4,200? 42,000. We'll do a burn coming in at 30,000 meters per second, which is certainly fast, but I mean, we've come in at least that hot before. Got to drive the apoaps down from 80,000 kilometers. We're getting some heat effects, which is not a surprise. Let's go ahead and slow it down. Let's go ahead and bring our solar panels in, because that was wrong. And let's bring the communicatron in, because that was wrong. Let's bring this in as well, so those don't go tearing off. All right. There we go. And now we are slowing down nicely. 1,700 Delta V in the tank. This is going to go up here, because we're not going to disengage that last stage. I can't possibly imagine. Valentina's doing great. Ooh. God, I wish I like what they're trying to do here, but the way it just kind of flashes in and flashes back out. This is a good look. That's an okay look. That's bad luck. This is all weird. I don't like any of that. Good. Under 2,000 meters per second. Still burning. Slow ourselves down. I mean, like, no, burning too, you know. Just stay where we are. Stay the exact same speed. I guess technically you could do a burn to try and achieve that. It's not what we're doing right now. We're going to go ahead and cut that and let the atmosphere do some of the work for us here. Say, we'll speed time up a bit. Hopefully we won't do anything stupid here. Slowing down to 1,500, 1,400. 1,300 meters per second, 1,200 meters per second still, 15 kilometers up. And going to be able to deploy our drogue chutes soon. 7 kilometers up, slowing down nicely. Drogue chutes, there we go. Drogue chutes away. Turn off SAS. Quick save, and we'll cut it down to about 1,000 meters. Pop the other ones. That's already got us down to 30 meters per second. Get it down to 500. And pop our other chutes. Very good. Six meters per second. We'll tap the engines ever so slightly. Well, not slightly. I think at full burn it only changes by what, like a couple of meters per second total. Probably not necessary, but yeah, it's about a meter per second it gives us back. And cut. Bring it home. That was a perfectly successful mission. Over-engineered, way too much fuel, more than I could have possibly needed, but it, you know, it did all right. Gained 142 science there. Valentina gained her level, which makes me happy. And we can also go ahead and grab, we'll have some more science here in Juno with Stephanie and Bob. We do have communication here, so we can transmit science, assuming we have some electric charge, which we are now out of. There's a lot of science there today. Need to get daytime back. Back up full electric charge. Transmit science. And this is the part that feels cheaty. I know it does, but we have a plan. We're not gonna dramatically abuse this. That is a lot of data we're uploading. Get that science. We were almost full on science. 50% of the way there. So we can grab all our stuff. This was the point, right? We can get the stuff that's going to make me feel happy and successful, and like not enough electric charge. Oh well. It charged back up slowly. Maybe faster than that would be nice. Why is it charging so slowly? It doesn't matter because we are now out of communication range. Come on. Now we just need the communications back. I need to put a relay net or something up here. Can I please have communication? There we go. And transmit the rest of the science? Chewing through that charge. Does this mean we simply won't be able to push this upload? Because we're out of juice again. What does that say? Returning data, boarding transmission. Does that mean we cannot get the science? Keep experiment. Keep it. I don't. Oh my God. I'm gonna try one more time. Oh man, that's so annoying. Oh my God, it's exactly the wrong spot. So that any time I'm in the day, I simply do not have a link. Also, I'm really going fast with the time warp. Look at that. It's nighttime. Oh, jeez. Come on. You're killing me, game. Can I get it a little brighter? All right. Can I? We'll see what happens. What do I do if I can't transmit this science? Can I transfer it between vessels? Can bring it home? I'll have to figure out what to do with it. What it should do is send like some of the packet, right? Not be like, whoop, got halfway. I don't know what to do now. That's kind of insanely frustrating. Returning data, aborting transmission. Don't return the data. Level up the crew? No, nobody's good. I'm going to have to figure that out. That's probably my fault. Probably something I'm doing wrong. This is me. This is me not placing blame without all the information, which is a thing I will do given the chance. I just cannot get enough of putting blame. If I bring that ship home, do I get the science? How would I even bring it home? I don't have any, what do you call them? Can I transfer the science? Can I land another ship and say, here, take a bunch of science back? Here's all the science you ordered. 300 science, ready to go. That'll be very frustrating if I can't get that back. I will be very sad. But I will have learned an important lesson. This has 119 science. Can you pull that one off? Yes, it can. I think we've learned an important thing about how much electric charge is necessary for one of these big dumb canisters of science. Game's always got something to throw at me, doesn't it? It's always got something to teach me about how Kerbal works. Still, lots of science in this episode, so I'm not crying too much. I mean, clearly I'm whining a good bit, but I will stop and get a hold of myself. So what I want is, I still need another 100, don't I? Yeah, I do. I'll figure out how to get that. I'll get that next 100 on my own. This gives me an even better communicatron. It gives me the size accelerometer, which is probably what I'll do is go run that. I don't know, up to the Minmus and maybe land another stupid science thing up there that is just decked out in literally all the batteries I can find. It's just a battery with a canister of science in the middle. Until then, as always, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs. Thank you for joining me for more Kerbal Space Program in our run up to Duna, which for every other Kerbal Space Program YouTuber, streamer in the world is not a big deal. And for me, it seems terrifying. I've picked up Kerbal Alarm Clock, by the way, which is an additional mod. I need to add an alarm to go to Duna, which I think our best opportunity to go is around the 260 day mark. So we're coming up on that. And anyway, until next time, my name's Sean Sands, and we will see you again real soon.